Hey boys, welcome to some Friday afternoon footy action. It's going to be the Newcastle Knights taking on the New Zealand Warriors back on their home turf, which is great scenes. It's exciting stuff for the league in general. It's exciting for New Zealand. It's great that they're finally able to play at home again. And I feel like this game may be being slept on a bit. I think a few people, when they talk about exciting games for the round one of the season, it's probably not a game that people are giving much thought to. I'm sure most fans are going to be excited regardless, but I don't know, dude. Like I think both these sides are going to be a very interesting watch. The Warriors, like I said, back on home turf makes a big difference for starters, and then I think they've recruited well. I feel last couple of years they've done some good stuff. I think the forward pack is good. Tamari Martin going back into the halves, Clockstad going back to his original, back to his hometown really. And there's some exciting stuff. I mean, Johnson, he's not going to be what he used to be for sure, but I'm excited to see how they perform. Now I'm not expecting. There's a giveaway, a sneaky high shot there from the Knights. But I'm not expecting a top 8 finish. But I do think there's going to be some good stuff coming from them. And then the Knights on the flip side, I think, are very interesting. Kalyn Ponga, obviously getting a second crack at the 5'8 spot. I personally believe he will do a good job there. I think the Ponga hate is out of control. Like, the amount of people that hate on Ponga is fucking baffling, but I think he'll do a good job. I think the combo with Hastings is going to be a good one. I love the Lockie Miller pickup. Dom Young here, busting tackles, gets a nice offload. Obviously, it's disappointing that Dom Young has signed with the Sydney Roosters for next year. I actually think that's fucking, like, I think it's really bad form from Dom Young and his management, but that's a topic for another time if we discuss. But yeah, I'm very excited. I think regardless of the outcome, it's going to be an exciting and entertaining game of footy. It's Kalyn Ponga through beautiful hands, Dane Gagai onto Greg Marzhew, who is going to score the opening try of the game. Now, I want to mention again, just for people that don't know, I did try to make the teams as realistic as possible with like players that I knew were out, but obviously I didn't. Recording this game, I didn't realize Marzhew was out for round one. Also, I forgot that Dane Gagai was going to be missing a couple of games. I think he's missing a couple as Josh Curran, unfortunately, is going to hit straight back here. And the Warriors, that's the best way to go. If you concede first try, if you can hit back in the next set of 6, I mean, it doesn't get much better for that. And Shaun Johnson is going to make it a level playing field. So, a couple of errors from both sides, giving the opposition a chance here with Tyson Frizell. Tyson Frizell, he continues to perform very well. I never used to be that big a fan of Frizell, but honestly, he's grown on me. I feel like every year he gets better and better in not a great team for the last couple of years. As a kick across field, not a good one. The Warriors are going to get a nice little reprieve there. So it's been a bit of a scratchy first half from both sides. Big shot there, Daniel Saifidi putting Ali on his backside, but a bit scratchy. I would say, the game before, the Storm taking on the Eels, the Storm were fired up. They looked really good, but both these sides, a couple of errors. Challenger Clockstad, he beat the first defender. Unfortunately, he mustn't have realised how close to the sideline he was, so it gives the Knights a fantastic opportunity here, close to the try line. Dane Gagai drawing in a couple of plays. Again, Marzhew on this right wing is going to score a simple try, but the big man Marzhew, I mean, even if there was a defender there, you're not going to stop the big fella. It's honest, I'm very upset that he is out for round one, because I love Marzhew. He's an absolute gun. Obviously, some defensive deficiencies, but let's be real. What winger in the comp doesn't have defensive deficiencies? I think it more like wingers cop the blame for a lot of the defensive aspects, but it's the structure around them. Like, it's the center, it's the half, and the second rower that a lot of times it comes down to them, and then the winger is either left stranded or he makes a rash decision to jam in. So, you know, a lot of times it's not the winger's fault. I feel like the winger gets blamed a fair bit for for the inside not doing their job, but I mean, that's footy. That's footy. The goal is to strip the defense of numbers. It's to attack weak spots. So, you know, you're gonna get weaker defensive aspects, but I love Marju. I love him. You know, who wouldn't like watching him play, really? He's an absolute powerhouse. But we're going to go into the sheds. 12 points to 6 up for the Newcastle Knights. But the Warriors here get a fantastic chance just after the stroke of half-time to put a little pressure on. Potentially some try-scoring pressure. Great offload. Tohu Harris gets it back to Mitch Barnett, a new recruit. He is going to power his way over the try line. The Newcastle Knights, their goal line defense has not been great in this game. They've let the Warriors have a couple of opportunities, and they've made them pay pretty much instantly. Again, that time just the scramble was not good enough. It wasn't bad initial contact, but no one came in to help. And Mitch Barnett, he's a strong ball carrier, able to burst through the tacklers again. Nice little bit of play there between the forwards. Tohu Harris has looked very good in this opening game here. Inside ball there. Klokstad, he's straight through. That is fantastic work from the Warriors. Just attacking the middle of the Knights, which I do think is a weak spot for them. And that was beautiful. It was the forwards working in combination, and then the speedy Klokstad getting a try on his return trip to New Zealand. That was a rather impressive little set of 6, if I'm being honest. And like I said, the Knights, I mean, the Saifidi brothers do have a lot of potential in them. As an intercept there, Viliami takes the pick there. He's sort of coming to a bit of a bolter, Viliami. To claim that second row spot as Jaden Bradley puts a big shot on there. But yeah, I've always rated him pretty highly, Viliami. So I think it's a good move to start him over a couple of the younger, you know, Warrior-born players. I think he can do a good job. But yeah, the Knights middle, it is a little lacking in my opinion. Saifidis, they can have barnstorming games, but I'm a little wary of them. Adam Elliott is a fantastic signing for them, but obviously he's probably not fully fit from his hip injury. As again, who is this Klokstad again getting through some poor tied defense. I mean, it's round 1 of the season. You can expect some, you know, so a little bit of sloppy defense for sure. Players are starting to feel the pinch now. And then outside of that, you know, they've got a couple of young guys as well, but it is a weaker spot, I would say, for the Knights to target. And the Warriors have done a fantastic job. Josh Curran almost getting another try there to really put this game beyond doubt. But still a 6-point game, not out of the question, although now it is, with Vailea getting the try and burning Dane Gagai, who Dane Gagai himself is defensively, I would say the last couple of years has been a little bit disappointing at the Knights. He can still be one of the best centers in the game, but then he'll come up with a couple of poor reads, poor missed tackles, and sort of throw it away. And that right there, that should give the Warriors a great first return win for them against the Knights. This game, it's a tough one to pick. I am actually tipping the Knights to get the win in this one. Obviously, the game here, we've got a little preview that the Warriors get a decent 12-point victory, but I'm tipping the Knights to edge the Warriors. I don't know. I feel like they've just got a little bit more in the spine and in the outside backs for the Warriors. But it should be an exciting game. Like I said, hopefully you guys are enjoying the videos. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.